Is the first thing you do when you wake up every morning a cup of coffee? But some people online claim drinking coffee on an empty stomach will hurt your stomach. Others say, no problem, I do it every day. So, does drinking coffee on an empty stomach really hurt your stomach? Today, we'll debunk this popular coffee myth. Part 1. Why do people say drinking coffee on an empty stomach hurts your stomach? There's actually some truth to this claim. Coffee contains caffeine and some organic acids, which do stimulate the cells in your stomach wall and promote acid secretion. When you're empty-stomached, there's no food in your stomach to neutralize this acid, which is why some people experience heartburn, acid reflux, and even nausea. Consequently, coffee can slosh around and damage your stomach. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can lead to more health problems, including stomach ulcers. It can also affect blood circulation throughout your body and cause a rapid heartbeat. Over time, this acid irritation can make the stomach lining sensitive, leading to the widespread belief that drinking coffee on an empty stomach hurts your stomach. Sounds reasonable, right? But the truth is, it's not that simple. Part 2. What the scientific research says? Multiple studies have found that caffeine, chlorogenic acid, and other acidic substances in coffee can temporarily increase gastric acid secretion. An early study, Brown et al., Gastroenterology, 1973, found that both caffeinated and decaffeinated coffee mildly stimulated gastric acid secretion. However, this stimulation was brief and mild in healthy individuals, not enough to cause gastritis or damage the gastric mucosa. In other words, irritation is not equal to harm. In the past decade or so, research has become more comprehensive. For example, a 2013 study published in Digestive Diseases and Sciences stated that the effect of coffee consumption on gastric acid secretion in the average person is quite limited. This means that for most people, drinking coffee on an empty stomach does not actually harm the stomach. A 2019 Korean epidemiological study of over 8,000 people, PLOS I, found no significant correlation between coffee consumption and gastroesophageal reflux. Even more interesting, a 2020 review published in the journal Nutrients found that long-term moderate coffee drinkers are not at increased risk for gastritis or peptic ulcers, and in fact, may even have a protective effect against certain metabolic diseases. The bottom line is, coffee itself isn't the culprit, the key lies in who you are and how you drink it. Part 3. Who shouldn't drink coffee? 1. You have chronic gastritis or gastric ulcers, often experience acid reflux and heartburn, and are particularly sensitive to caffeine. A 2019 PLOS I study found that patients with GERD experience more severe acid reflux symptoms after drinking coffee. Recommendation: if you want to drink coffee, choose low-acid coffee beans, milk lattes, or cold brew, which are lower in acidity, and avoid drinking on an empty stomach. 2. You have heart arrhythmias, palpitations, heart disease, or high blood pressure. Caffeine stimulates the central nervous system, increasing your heart rate and blood pressure. A 2021 study published in Clinical Nutrition found that daily caffeine intake exceeding 400 milligrams, approximately 3 to 4 cups of coffee, is associated with a higher risk of elevated blood pressure. Recommendation: limit caffeine intake to 1 to 2 cups per day, choose decaffeinated coffee, and avoid espresso and energy drinks. 3. Anxiety, insomnia, and chronic sleep deprivation. Caffeine stimulates adrenaline production, making people feel more high, but for those with anxiety, it can cause palpitations, sweating, hand tremors, nervousness, irritability, and even panic attacks. A study published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology showed that anxiety symptoms increased significantly after consuming caffeine in patients with anxiety disorders. Recommendation: avoid drinking on an empty stomach or in excess, and avoid drinking after the afternoon. Try decaffeinated or grain-based coffee. 4. Pregnant and breastfeeding women. Caffeine can cross the placenta and affect fetal development. It can also pass through breast milk and affect the baby's sleep and metabolism. The World Health Organization recommends that pregnant women consume no more than 200 milligrams of caffeine per day, about the equivalent of a medium latte. Recommendation: limit your intake to 1 cup per day, choosing decaffeinated coffee is safer. 5. People taking certain medications. Caffeine can affect the metabolism or absorption of some medications, such as antibiotics, such as ciprofloxacin and levofloxacin, antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications, heart medications, such as beta blockers, thyroid medications, and certain birth control pills. Taking these medications with coffee may reduce their effectiveness or increase their side effects. The U.S. FDA Drug Interaction Database lists several drug caffeine interactions. Recommendation: wait at least 2 hours between coffee and medication. If unsure, consult your doctor or pharmacist. 6. People with migraines or neuralgic headaches. A small amount of caffeine can help relieve headaches, but excessive amounts can actually trigger them. Rebound headaches are particularly common when quitting coffee. A study in the Journal of Headache and Pain, 2019, found that people who consume more than 3 cups of coffee per day have a 40% increased risk of migraines. Recommendation: maintain a consistent intake and avoid fluctuating. If you wish to quit, gradually reduce your intake. 7. People with osteoporosis or the elderly. Caffeine slightly increases calcium excretion. Long-term high intake combined with insufficient calcium may accelerate bone loss. A study published in Osteoporosis International shows that daily caffeine intake exceeding 300 milligrams, approximately 2 to 3 cups, is associated with decreased bone density. Recommendation: pair with milk or calcium-fortified foods, and limit to no more than 2 cups per day. For these individuals, drinking coffee on an empty stomach can increase stomach acid irritation and lead to discomfort. So, if you experience heartburn, bloating, or even nausea after drinking coffee, don't force yourself, try drinking it at a different time. Part 4. The right time and way to drink coffee. First tip: pair it with a small amount of food. For example, a banana, toast, nuts, or even a small cookie. Second, don't make it too strong or too hot. Strong espresso can be very irritating to stomach acid. Try a latte, pour over, or cold brew instead. Third, observe your body's reactions. Everyone's stomach acid secretion varies. If you're perfectly fine drinking coffee on an empty stomach, there's no need to force yourself to drink it after breakfast. The best time to drink coffee is actually about an hour after waking up. Cortisol levels in your body are low at that time, making coffee more stimulating and gentler. Part 5. Common myths debunked. Myth 1. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach will definitely hurt your stomach. Truth: most healthy people won't. It depends on individual differences. Myth 2. Black coffee is healthiest. Truth: for those with sensitive stomachs, adding milk can actually make it milder. Myth 3. Drinking coffee will dehydrate you. Truth: normal consumption won't, it still counts as fluid intake. Part 6. Summary. So, to summarize, drinking coffee on an empty stomach doesn't necessarily hurt your stomach. It's fine for most people, but if you have excessive stomach acid or are prone to acid reflux, remember to add food, don't make it too strong, and don't make it too hot. Most importantly, listen to your body. If you're drinking coffee while watching this video today, please leave a comment and let me know. Are you a coffee drinker on an empty stomach or a coffee drinker after breakfast? Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time, and I'll help you enjoy life the scientific way.